beginner front-end developer. So today we are going to be working on HTML semantics, and you need to understand that we are going to be doing a journey progressively from start to finish on a map on becoming a front-end professional front-end developer, possibly a senior front-end web developer. Now you have to understand that sometimes we skip the foundations and then we go and start entering into JavaScript and everything, to React and all that, like, without even mastering the fundamentals. So this video is mostly for guys who have a little bit of knowledge in HTML and CSS, just a little. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do here is to create a Git repository. I'm going to name it front-end path underscore path, and I'm going to create this because this is a repository in which we are going to be saving all of our work. Okay, I just did, right? Let me see, front-end path. Okay, this is what you are creating. You create the repository, and okay, you have created the repository. So now let's go to the project. I created a folder, okay, a folder in which you have this section01 in your VS Code, and well, there's also a readme file I created in the semantic.html, whatever. Okay, so this semantic block, okay, what we are going to be working on today. And then I took the liberty of going ahead and picking a wireframe in which we are going to work on. Guys, it might seem too easy, but it's good to master the fundamentals. Okay, so this is what we're working with today. And before we start this project, guys, I need you to understand something. Okay, when you are dealing with this, you need to understand what HTML, in fact, programming, web development is about consistency. The difference between you, who is a beginner, and a super software engineer is that the beginner, was not consistent. You did day one and then you dropped it. But the senior guy, the senior software engineer, took his time, created his first hello world, and continued day after day to arrive at this process at the particular destination in which he intended to. So what we are going to be doing is a roadmap in which I have designed. We are going to be working on it every day. We are going to be working on this till we reach the end. So if we can work with this and we reach the final destination, that would be awesome. Okay, so I'm excited to walk through with this to you with this. So in this we intend, in the whole entire course, we have to achieve the following: build a portfolio of 5 to 7 impressive projects, understand production grade architecture, pass technical interviews at FAA NG companies, learn best practices from industry leaders, master both fundamentals and cutting edge technologies, know what to build next and why. Okay, and the prerequisite in this course, like I said, these are the prerequisites. Let me copy and paste this. The prerequisite is basic computer literacy, willingness to code daily at least 3 to 5 hours minimum, and this is minimum. I repeat, minimum. Access to a text editor and terminal, persistent through challenges. Persistent through challenges is when we have a challenge to do, like this project that we're about to do. If you don't understand, go and search and do it, guys. This is how we learn. If you just go throughout every step, we won't grasp anything. Okay, so yep, that's that. And the learning philosophy that you have to grasp here. This is the learning philosophy. Now let me paste that. Now you have to understand one thing here. Okay, learning philosophy. We have the 3 pillars of learning. The first, understand why, not just how to code. Okay, but why architectural patterns exist, why performance matters, why security is critical. Okay, Then the second, build real projects. Theory without practice is forgotten. Every concept leads to a real world project. So every step of the way we'll be building something leading towards a real world project. And then the third, we have iterate and refactor. Your first solution won't be your best. Revisit old code with new knowledge and improve it. Now guys, you need to understand that this video is not easy because I have to go through every single step. It means that everything you need to become a software developer is in this project. As we go through, okay, as we do the walkthrough, everything is in here. Everything. So there's no need to go and check another video to check if it's going or if it's working or it rhymes with you and all that. Persistence. You might watch this video and go to the next, but you'll still be confused in the end. Stick with this video and you'll see changes yourself, especially for those who are about to begin software engineering and who have just started recently manipulating HTML. So this is a good chance for you. So the common mistakes to avoid is tutorial hell, copying and pasting, ignoring fundamentals, no version control. Version control meaning Git, like what we just built in a GitHub. Okay, so that's it. And try as much as possible to read documentations like MDN docs, W3 scopes, and ignoring performance. Assuming it's good enough or it's fast enough. Okay, skipping testing, treating tests as optional. We'll work with that very soon, especially in JavaScript. And then you have solo learning. Every time you build a project, don't forget to share it online. Okay, guys are going to give you their opinions on it, and they're going to show you a better way in which to work on it. So without wasting much time, let's dive into the project. Okay, and then so today is part 1, which is foundations, and then this is about HTML and CSS mastery. What we are going to learn here is what? HTML semantics. And HTML and CSS are not really easy sometimes. Well, they are easy sometimes and sometimes they are not. They are foundational in building a web page. Companies care about semantic HTML and CSS performance. Okay, so I'm going to show you the bad practice of HTML. You have the bad practice, which is this, for example. Now, in this practice, I am instead going to create a header. Okay, a div with a class of header. And then in this div with a class of header, we have the navigation, which we use the nav class, for example. And then we are going to have inside this, we are going to create our links and we're going to give it a nav item. Okay, and in this nav item, we have now finally the link. Okay, I'm going to give it a slash in which I'm going to create home. Guys, this is a wrong way of doing this. Okay, wrong, semantically wrong. It's not a good way, and the SEO will not be performant at all. Okay, so the good way to do this is to first of all build a header tag. In this header tag, we're going to build a nav tag, which we can use now for the navigation. And in this now, I'm just going to go ahead and use a shortcut. How is it? LIA, yeah, and let's say ×2. Okay, so as you can see, this is it, right? Oh, I made a mistake. You know what? Let's just use this slash. Okay, and here we can put home, and then we have about. Okay, this is a correct way. Why? Because you use the semantics. Header is a semantic. Let me explain to you something. There's a reason why this matters. SEO matters. First of all, for search engine optimization performance. Second, for accessibility. Third, for maintainability. And the fourth, for mobile ranging efficiency. Okay, the key concepts in HTML are: the first, semantic HTML elements, which include, let's just put a line here to show what I'm saying, which includes the first one is this semantic elements. We have the header, which we just did. We have the nav links, which is this. We have the main element. We have the article. We have section. We have footer. This helps in SEO optimization. Okay. We have form accessibility, like labels. Okay, labels, area, attribute, error handling, which we are going to see. We have microdata and structured data for SEO, which is this. We have accessibility attributes such as role, area label, and area described there. Okay, but now you have to concentrate on particular things. Okay, so these are the key elements of HTML. Now, today we are going to be building the first thing. Remember, project building, no tutorial, nothing. We are going to be building this semantic block, and I took the liberty of producing a wireframe in which we are going to be working on. Okay, so let me reduce this for you to see, but this is it. Okay, so we are going to be building, let me increase the size of this. We are going to be building what? A logo. Okay, this is a logo, and then you have the links, and then you have the hero section, we have articles, we have sidebar. So let's dive into this, and let me split my screen, and let's go down this, and we have the readme that I took the liberty to put, okay, describing what we are going to build. Now we are going to work with this. The first one is to create what? The semantic is the header with navigation. We are going to work with a wireframe. So now I'm going to go now and use a shortcut shift and the exclamation mark and paste that. Okay, so let's remove the site bar and let's work with this SEO content. Okay, now in my body the first thing to put is the header. You can see it's already showing up, header, and the header I'm going to have a nav links, in which the first one I'm going to put is h2e for the logo, and then I'm going to create the list links. Okay, so I'm going to create the URLi and then the a links times 4. Okay, I think that's true. This shortcut thing sometimes is really disturbed, so I don't really know how to use it yet, but I'm getting the hang of it. So now we have the li, and then you have the a, okay, which is this. Now in this, now we have, can decide to, you hold down alt and click multiple times. You have this, and the first one is home, the second one is articles, the third one is about, and the fourth one is contact. Okay, as shown here. Okay, now after that, let's adjust this. After that, we have what? The hero section. And guys, you can take a liberty to even put an HR. Okay, you can put an HR for the line. Okay, I'm going to open this on the preview like this. Okay, on the preview stuff that we can use. All right, now we have this. Okay, now the next is a hero section, and we are going to use a section here to build it. Okay, now we are going to use a section, and in this section we have the h2. We are going to be using the h2 for the main titles throughout the project, because this is good for consistency. It's like a pattern, something like that. So, and then we are going to have an h4 which says welcome to my blog. Okay, and after this h4 we have what? A p tag, which you can use for the paragraph, that says discover articles. Spell that right. Yeah, spell that right. Now, articles on web development. The reason why I'm typing fast, well, it's at least, I mean, it's average, but it's not bad, is because I usually type, okay, no copy, no pasting, just type the whole thing. Let your fingers get used to the keyboard completely. Now, for the read latest articles, I'm just going to go with the span, because a span is just like a text kind of span. You know, we can just, it doesn't disturb. Okay, just, with articles is just okay. It's just perfect for this. Now I'm going to go ahead and look at this carefully. Let's put an HR tag for the line separation, and this is what we have done. Okay, it's what we just did now. Now take note and remember carefully, we are not dealing with CSS, so we cannot make it to look like this. Okay, it's a bit different. We are not applying any CSS, so don't expect to have any particular styles here to make it look exactly like this. No, we are dealing purely with HTML, so it's not going to look like this, but the essential is the semantic pattern that we are using to build this, the semantic format. Okay, so after this, now we are going to look at this. This is like in one box, so we are going to create a section with two divs. Okay, and in this first div we are going to create two article semantic elements. First article semantic element, second article semantic article element. Okay, and then this we have a normal div here, so we have two divs in one section. Let's go. So we are going to create a section, and in this section we have what? We have the first one, the first div. Okay, container. Remember, a div container is like a container element. It's a void element. Okay, in which we can do this. Now we have the first one before the pattern, which is articles in H2, and this we have what? We have the first one, which is articles or article. Okay, and this article we have H3. This H3 we have article title, and article title we are going to use this pattern. The first article we have H and H4. Oh, pardon me, we're going to be using an H4 instead of an H3. The first one H4 p tag button, second one H4 p tag button. Okay, it's like a pattern we'll be using. So the paragraph we have short description, and I think all of that is, oh yes, that's right, short description with 3 dots, and then we have the button which says what? Read more. And guys, I know what you're about to do now. We're about to copy the whole thing, copy, and then you come down here and paste. No, I know it's correct, but no. Remember, we are going through a journey. We are warriors on the battlefield. We have to make this right. Means that everything you type, you don't copy. No copy and no pasting. Remember. Then next we have article title. Remember, it's consistency. It doesn't matter how intelligent you are. If you are not consistent, you'll not get the hang of this. Okay, don't miss it. Just keep up. It's not easy, but just keep up. Okay, now button, read more. Oh, now if you were working with CSS, you understand why I'm putting all of this in one container. Okay, in one section, so that we can easily use display flex and then align this both together. So this can be now called a sidebar. But since we are not working with a CSS now, we are just going to follow the normal pattern like I said. So this is the second div now, and we follow the pattern of H2. We use this one for a sidebar, and then after that we can now put an HR. Like you see, there's a little bit of a line here. Yes, so now after the HR we have we can now go with consistency H4. We have search, and then we have a span. Let's use a span for this. You have the first one, which is search box, and then the second one is a span again, which is search. Okay, and then we can go ahead now and go to H4 categories. Remember, consistency categories, and we can now create a list. Normally we could have created a list like with these buttons here, with this list form using this type, but now we are doing purely with HTML, so we are not going to be working, we are not going to be trying to change this, so it's purely HTML. So let's go ahead and give a URL, and going to give URL of 4. Oh, it worked this time around. Okay, now we have the HTML, we have CSS, we have Java script, I spell that correctly, yes, JavaScript, and we have React. Okay, so let's check that in a preview, and you can see we have that exactly. Okay, we have that. Okay, so you can see we have this, that. Looking good, right? Looking good. So we can try to put an HR here to distinguish, so that it should not be in the same line. Yeah, it's better, slightly better. So this is it for today. This is for this section, guys. I haven't said anything about liking and subscribing, but if you guys find this content very useful, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Okay, so now this is it for this session, and remember, this is a journey, so um, we're going to be walking throughout this. Okay, we are going to be walking throughout this every day. For those who don't have live preview yet installed, you can just go and open it in your browser using live server. Okay, yes, just open the live server and open your browser and work out this. So leave comment below what you needed me to explain more, but I suggest you go through this first. Okay, semantic HTML. So that's it for this video today. Nope, hold on a little bit. We have to work on the section on the GitHub. Okay, I just forgot. My bad. Now we created a repository, and the first thing I want you to do is to copy this first. Okay, I'm going to copy this line down here. Okay, just the second line, and after this we are going to open our terminal. Okay, Control Shift and the key below your escape button, or if you can't find that, you can come here to view, click on that, come to terminal, click, and it's going to open. So I'm going to first of all start by initializing my Git repository by typing git init, enter. Okay, it has changed that to master, but I want to change it back to git to main, the main branch. Okay, so this can be an error for most people. I prefer to use the main branch, so you can use git checkout minus v main, and it switches to main branch, as you can see. Now I'm going to paste what I copy to link this to my repository, which will be pasted, and that's that. So now I'm going to first start by doing a git status, and then you can see this is what we are working on. Okay, and then you have to use a git add file to include it in what we are going to commit later. So I'm going to git add space and a dot. That's added. Now we can commit by saying git commit minus n. You can put whatever you want in the quotes. You can session01. And what did we do? What did we build today? We built a semantic. You can write what you want, but I'm writing what makes sense. Semantic HTML block, close quotation, and you can see it as committed. Now we're going to push it to the GitHub by using push minus u origin main. This is going to made a mistake. Git push minus u origin main, like that. This is going to push it to our repository in which we are working. As you can see, it has pushed it. And if you go back to our browser, refresh this, you're going to see this section, what we just committed. This is it. And if you enter, you see this. Remember, we are going through a roadmap, so we don't necessarily need to make it in such a way that we are about to deploy a project or deploy a project on a deploy website, something like that. This is simply a standard walkthrough path that I created. Okay, you can even go ahead and give a star on it like this. Okay, if you like my repository, you can search my name here, now use devs, and give a star to it. Okay, so that's that. And now you need to understand that as we have built this project now, as we have pushed it, you can simply come ahead now and do git push the next time you want to upload another you want to push another project that you work in with. Okay, you can push another project. Things you have already done, git push minus your original main. There's no need to write the same thing. You can have to git push because it recognizes that you have pushed this to the branch. You can just continue with that. So that's it for this section, guys. See you on the next video.